What's going on everyone, my name is Alva and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Emerald and today's challenge is coming from the comments, and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Emerald using only recoil moves? Now what does this entail? Now in the game there are moves that do damage and also hurt yourself. So you're dishing out damage and you're also taking back a certain amount of HP from yourself. Now, the problem is, you could look from the chart, these are all the recoil moves available in the entirety of Pokemon, but since we're playing Generation 3, since it was requested, these are the moves that are limited to us, so it's going to be an interesting dilemma we have. So, rules are pretty simple. I can use any Pokemon, they just have to have a recoil move. I can't just magically appear and spawn them in a recoil move, but they just have to learn them naturally or they get them naturally. That is the rules basically. Any Pokemon's available to us. As well, I'll be aiming to have a full team on my team, so a whole 6 Pokemon on my team. So I'll be picking 6 nicknames from the previous challenge video, so here are the nicknames I've chose. Thank you so much for leaving a comment in the last video, and if you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my next challenge video, just leave it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. Anyways, if you guys are excited for the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas, and also subscribe if you guys are not already. Let's get to the challenge. Alright, to start off the challenge, I am going to have to play through the introduction just a little bit, so I kind of lose the first required battle against the Zigzagoon and then beat May, obviously, because those are just the introduction battles. I gotta get through them. It's kind of a pain, but you know what, I just gotta get through them. But now, since the game is starting technically, we finally get Pokeballs and I'm in catch a Poochyena. Now, Poochyena is gonna obviously be the first Pokemon to be on our team, and the reason why is because it eventually gets takedown at level 33. But it gets takedown, which is a recoil move. It's like the most basic recoil move you get. I mean, most people will know it. But since we are not close to that level at all, we are going to just drain the PP, completely drain the PP. I went in the editor and just removed the PP for our Poochyena, so it's just easier for us to train up. That's about as much cheating as we can do. We're just giving ourselves struggle. And if you don't know what struggle is a move where you just run out of PP and it's the only thing you can do. You just hit and you take damage. So that's the only recoil move we really have, and we're going to train up using that all the way into Rustboro City, where the first gym of the game is located. The first gym of the game, I mean, it's a rock type gym, so I'm not expecting too much from my Poochyena. My poor Poochyena is just getting demolished back and back. I lost against Roxanne a few times before coming back to her at level 24 and then just barely beating her out. Luckily I crit down the Geodude and then crit down the Nose Pass, and that's done for Roxanne. Look, I'm not my god, this is just painful to watch at some points because it's just struggling, actually just struggling. Like, Poochyena is just using the move struggle. Eventually we just end up just training all the way to level 33 in the cave in Dewford Island. So we actually we obviously avoid evolving our Poochyena to a Mightyena early on, because obviously Mightyena might have more power in its stats and moves. The problem is Poochyena learns takedown earlier than Mightyena. Mightyena learns it in the 40s, Poochyena learns it in the 30s, and we're closer to 30s right now. So we do train up our Poochyena to level 33. It might be obscenely high, but it's kind of what we have to do. So we finally get takedown as a move at the second gym of the game, and we're gonna fight against Brawly. Brawly is not gonna be a problem at all. Takedown knocks out the Machop. This is gonna be pretty easy for us because obviously we're insanely high level, but once the level creep kicks in, it's gonna be a bit more difficult. So after beating Brawly, which is super easy, we're gonna actually go back, get the XP share, and then head into Slateport City. Slateport City, you know, we're just gonna clear through Team Aqua and beat our rival, and then head into Maulville City. Maulville City will be home of the electric gym of the game, which is Watson. Problem with Watson is he likes to use Thunder Wave, which paralyzes me, slows me down, and obviously just end up making me lose against a lot of the Pokemon on this gym. So once I get through the Magneton, the Manectric will just knock me out most of the time, but one time he just uses Howl for no reason, so I get takedown for free and actually knock him out and beat the Manectric. So lucky for us, Watson and the AI is just garbage, so we're not complaining. From there, we're actually getting do a little training and actually catch our next Pokemon, which is going to be a Machop. Why are we catching Machop? Machop is one of the only Pokemon we can get in this game that can learn Submission, which is another recoil move, which is a fighting type recoil move. Now we actually can't train up Machop because struggle is we're past the stage of using struggle over and over again. I'm too bored for that. That's too much time. So we're just gonna slap an XP share on him and just train up our Mightyena through that. Once we clear through Mount Chimney and just clear through the Team Magma here, we're actually going to take the liberty of training up on Machop to level 37, which is when he's going to learn Submission. we actually learn submission and then evolve Machop into a Machoke, because if we let Machop evolve into a Machoke earlier on, he won't get submission. So we gotta put Machoke there and then head into the next gym fight against Flannery. Flannery is going to be a bit hellish. We're gonna take down both the Slugma and Numo, and then Camera Up gets a pretty annoying. It makes me knock myself out with submission, and then Machoke comes out. Machoke is gonna do a little thing, beat down the Camera Up, and then Torkoal is actually gonna paralyze me, which is great for me because I have guts. So submission is actually gonna do a monster amount against Flannery's Torkoal and just kills her. So it's really hurtful for body slamming me and then just trying to paralyze me, but that's the end of Flannery. That's pretty easy. We're cheesing with this now. From here, we're actually gonna head all the way back to Petalburg City, get some berries along the way, of course, because we need some helpful berries, and we're gonna head into the normal type gym leader of the game, which is our father, Norman. I don't know what to tell him. He has a normal type team. I'm gonna start off against his team using my Mightyena, just to see how much I can do against him. Mightyena is gonna try to get as much XP as he can, and then Slacking comes out. It's gonna be pretty annoying. He's gonna counter me and knock me out, but I have the big guns in the back. We have Chadwick Bossman in the back. He's gonna save the day, submission, and just knock out the Slacking for us, and also the Vigoroth and the Lanoon. So super easy for a Machoke. Now we're gonna do a little scavenger hunting. We're gonna get some items, and then we're gonna head into the Weather Fortress, beat down Team Aqua over here. It's pretty easy, and then beat down our rival right outside of Fortress City. Head into Steven Stone little cutscene over here. Get the Heck Leon, and then head into Fortress City's gym fight against Winona. Winona is going to be an interesting person. We don't have too much to fight against her, but luckily our team is actually decently well off. I'm going to knock down her first two Pokemon, her Tropius and her Swablu, using my Mightyena, and then her Pelipper will go down just... Ooh, my Mightyena is going slowly down, so it's a bit of a problem. But I'm gonna set out my Machoke. Machoke's gonna knock out the Skarmory for us, and then I'm gonna send in my Mightyena and switch out to obviously get the Intimidate on the Altaria, and then I got a lot of damage off using my Machoke, and then luckily Mightyena lives a Dragon Breath and knocks out the Altaria for us, and then that is it for Winona. It gets a bit scary, but you know, we do end up beating him. From here, we're actually gonna head into Lilycove City. We're actually gonna get the Pokeblocks case, and then head into the Safari Zone. Why are we heading into the Safari Zone, you might ask? Well, there's a pincer in here that we can catch, which could be helpful. We're going to catch it just in case. And also we can catch a lot of Pikachu. Now, Pikachu has a hell item that we actually really want. It's not the Oran Berry, it's actually a light bulb. Now, what we're going to do with a Pikachu with a light bulb, you might ask? Well, we have to find one first, and it doesn't take that long. It takes like 10 Pikachus, I think, so that's not too bad. Once we get a Pikachu with a light bulb, we're gonna take it to the daycare next to Marble City, and we're gonna start breeding it. I don't know, I've never done this, I don't think, in the middle of a challenge, just breeding randomly. So I've breed 2 Pichus, and why I breed these Pichus? Because these Pichus are special. They have this move called Volt Tackle, an electric recoil move that is insanely good for some reason. You will see how good it is soon. But once we actually finish off with that, we're gonna head into Mount Pyre. We're gonna train up our Pichus. Both of them will evolve into a Pikachu very soon. And then heading into the Magma Hideout, we're gonna clear through this very easily. Get our Pikachu and then beat down Maxie. Took a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, took a little bit, but Maxie did go down. And then we're gonna head into Slateport City. Then we're gonna head back into Lilycove City and then head into the Aqua Hideout. The Aqua Hideout, not too much for us in here, but we're gonna get the Master Ball just in case. Not just in case, we have a plan in store. But with our Pikachu well off on levels, we're actually gonna head into the next gym of the game, which that is, of course, is going to be in the Moss Deep City. We're gonna clear through as many trainers as we can to get all the XP we can. We also got a second Mightyena for us. 2 Dark types is really good against the Psychic Gym because they really can't really do much against me. So heading to Liza and Tate, we're gonna have 2 Mightyenas just using Takedown against the Claydol. We're gonna knock out the Claydol first because obviously Volt Tackling Pikachu cannot really hurt it, so we're gonna try our best to knock it down. And then I'm gonna set up my Pikachu next. Pikachu is going to target the Xatu while I target the Solrock, and then it actually works out pretty well for us. I almost knock out the Solrock using Takedown, but actually the Solrock will go down to my Takedown the second try, and Volt Tackle Pikachu with a Light Bolt completely destroys Lunatone in one hit. Also does a lot of recoil damage to me, but I mean, it's worth it as like a suicide lead. Just completely knock it out, and Pikachu might be the strongest Pokemon in the world. From here, we're actually gonna head into Mossdeep Space Station. We're gonna fight against Maxie and Tabitha for the last time. We're gonna beat down his team. We got to the wire. Luckily, luckily Steven Stone beat down the camera for us, and our Pikachu can actually knock out the Crobat, and I mean everything went fine from there. It got pretty dicey at the end, but we almost lost. We're gonna go shard hunting with the new HM we have, which is Dive. We're gonna try to find the yellow shard because we only have one light bulb and we have 2 Pikachus, and you know, we're gonna try to evolve one of the other Pikachus for ourselves. And then because Volt Tackle is such a strong move, we're just gonna try to get a Raichu as well, because Raichu has better stats than Pikachu and we only have one light bulb. And from here we're gonna head into the Aqua Submarine down here. We're gonna fight against Maxi. He's pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. My Pikachu goes down because he gets annoying. Just can't deal with Archie. But from here we're gonna head into Topless City, watch the Kyogre and Groudon's cutscene, and go get ourselves Rayquaza to help out. That's not gonna be the last time we see Rayquaza. We're gonna hunt down and catch Rayquaza for ourselves, Master Ball him, and then go back into Topless City, which we're gonna fight against Juan. Juan's gonna be the 8th gym of the game, and it's also gonna be the water type gym leader of the game, and we're gonna completely destroy him. So he's gonna start out using his Loftus. I'm gonna knock him out using my Mighty Anna, and then I'm gonna send out my Volt Tackling Pikachu. Pikachu just kills everything in his way. I mean, look at this, dead. And then, you know, I go down against the Kingdra, but Raichu's in the back, boom, knock it out, and that's it for Juan. This double trouble with Pikachu and Raichu Volt Tackling is dangerous. So heading into Victory Road, we're gonna clear through Victory Road really easily. I mean, I'm just gonna say this is pretty easy from now. Once we got this Pikachu, it's been nice and smooth sailing. From here, I just want to make sure that my team is organized and ready for us. I actually took the liberty of just draining the PP of my Rayquaza, so it has Struggle only. Struggle is a recoil move, and Rayquaza is such a high level that it's just gonna be a benefit for us. It just has insanely high stats too, so it's gonna be very good for us. So heading to the Elite Four itself, we're gonna start off against Sydney. Sydney's gonna be the Dark type Elite Four member. I'm knocking out using my Mighty Anna. I choose one of my other Mighty Annas just to you know, smooth out my team. That's why I'm gonna lose one of my Mighty Annas to the Absol, but luckily I have a Rayquaza in the back, and it just completely kills the Absol for us. And you know, Machoke comes out, knocks out the Cacturne, knocks out the Crawdon and the Shiftry, and that's it for Sydney. Now this is the big problem I've been scared for the entire time. This is the big problem. Phoebe, the Ghost type Elite Four member of the game. So I've decided to start off using my Pikachu against Phoebe, because obviously there's a lot of Pokemon on my team that can't really attack him. Machoke cannot attack him. Mighty Anna cannot attack him. My other Mighty Anna cannot attack him. So there's only 3 other Pokemon I could really rely on. So luckily my Pikachu starts off the battle against her Dusclops. It's gonna Volt Tackle him, and then he's gonna knock out the first Dusclops, but then the second Dusclops comes out. It has Earthquake and it's gonna be annoying. So I send out my Rayquaza. Unfortunately, it has Ice Beam as well, so it knocks me down to really low HP. But luckily I knock it out. From here I'm gonna send out my Raichu. Raichu's getting barely not kill the Bayonet, but it's just gonna do Grudge. It's gonna use Grudge against me, so that's gonna be a bit annoying. So send out my Mighty Anna. I'm gonna let my Mighty Anna die to the Bayonet, and then I'm able to send out my Rayquaza without taking any damage, knock out the Bayonet, and then, you know, hit the Sableye as hard as I can with my Struggle. Does about more than half, and then Raichu will clean things up against the Sableye, and hopefully I can knock out the final Bayonet, and I do perfectly fine, and then knock out the Bayonet, and we beat Phoebe. So everything goes a bit off the wall a little bit, but you know, we come back down and everything's fine. Anyways, we're gonna head into Glacier. Glacier's gonna be the 3rd Elite Four member, and she's gonna be an Ice type Elite Four member, and you know, more of which she's gonna lose to my Pikachu. First goes down her Celio, and then I send out my Machoke. Machoke is just gonna submission, knocks out the Glalie, and then Light Screen's up, so I just decided to stay in with my submission Machoke. I forgot my Machoke is really good, so I'm just gonna knock out 3 of her Pokemon, which is scary. This is very scary. Anyways, Walrein comes out. I'm gonna barely not kill it because of the Light Screen, but imagine if the Light Screen wasn't up, that would kill like 2 Walreins. Anyways, since the Light Screen is down, I'm gonna send out my Raichu, and then it's just gonna completely destroy the Walrein, and that's it for Glacier. No, nothing else is necessary. Anyways, from here we're gonna head into Drake, the Dragon type Elite Four member. I'm gonna send out my first Mighty Anna. It's gonna die obviously to the Shogun, but that's fine. I'm gonna send out my Rayquaza. Rayquaza's gonna knock out the Shogun for us. It takes a little bit of damage, but you know what? We've just gotta let it happen. Altaria comes out. Altaria's gonna be a bit annoying. It's gonna double edge me, kills my Pikachu, but I do so much damage to it that it should be fine. And then Takedown will knock him out. Kingdra comes out next. My Raichu just has to hit 2 Volt Tackles, but he uses Smoke Screen, And then, I mean, lucky enough, it does hit the second one, but that would have been bad if it didn't. Anyways, since I was flying on next, I'm going to send out my Mighty Anna to get the Intimidate off, and then send out my Machoke to knock it out. And then finally, the Salamence comes out. Salamence can be scary. Luckily, I actually hit it with a Volt Tackle. I live with 1 HP. I see it does more than half, right? But it does have a Citrus Berry, but it gets paralyzed. So I send out my Rayquaza. I'm going to use Struggle just to whittle it down a little bit, but I mean... It gets paralyzed, and then I knock it out with Rayquaza, and I mean, I'm not complaining. We beat Drake pretty easily from there. I mean, that's pretty interesting. From here, we're actually going to head into the champion fight against Wallace. Wallace is going to be the water champion, which every time we come here, I always express that I don't really like Wallace as a champion. I don't know why it happened, but I guess it happened. Anyways, we're going to fight against the Wailord first. I'm going to send out my throwaway Mighty Anna just because I want to do some chip damage against it. And then once my Mighty Anna goes down, I'm going to send out my Raichu because I don't want to take enormous amount of recoil damage with the Wailord right there. So obviously that's a smart play by me. And then Raichu will knock out the Gyarados for us as well, which just comes out as a counter. But luckily I got, you know, my boy. I got my Struggle Quaza in the back. Knocks out the Wish Cash for us. Tentacruel comes out. I mean, Pikachu is right here. It just one-shots the Tentacruel easily knocks out the Tentacruel. Ludicolo comes out. I'm winging it down using my Rayquaza. It just kills it. I don't know how. I trade my Rayquaza for the Ludicolo. I don't know how I 1v1s it with just so little HP. I swear the Ludicolo has Ice Beam. I swear it does. Anyways, the Milotic comes out. I'm gonna one-shot it. I'm gonna one-shot it using my Pikachu. Oh my god, Pikachu is just such a destructive force. Volt Tackle, Light Bulb. I don't know what's going on anymore. But that is not the end of the video yet. We are going to go hunting for legendaries. So we go into the Weather Fortress. They say there's a drought. We're going to catch our Groudon over here. Luckily, it puts itself to sleep, so it's easier to catch. But we're not looking for the Groudon, actually. We're looking for the Kyogre. So we're going to find Kyogre's den over here. And we're going to hit it one time using our Machoke. We're going to hit it one time using our Machoke. It's going to sheer cold us, try to. And then I'm just going to send out, I'm going to throw one Pokeball and boom, it caught. I'm like, what is going on? How did I catch it in one Pokeball? But, I mean, it works. From there, it didn't really showcase it, but Kyogre does have Double Edge as a move. And that is a recoil move. That is one of the strongest recoil moves you can have. Problem is, we're fighting against Steven Stone, the Steel-type champion. That should be the champion of the game. Steel-type champion. So anyways, we're going to head into Steven Stone. We're going to start off using our Raichu first, of course, because Raichu is a bit weaker than the Pikachu with Light Bulb, but that's okay. Anyways, Volt Tackle would clearly knock out the Skarmory easily. We take a bit of chip damage, a hefty amount, but it's okay. Next, he's going to send out his Aggron, and we're going to miss our submission first. We're going to miss our second one, but our third one will connect to the Aggron, and we knock it out. Next up, he's going to send out his Armado, which is going to be a pain. Who do I switch into? I switch into my Wolfred. My Raichu will get knocked out, but it gets paralyzed, so my submission Machoke will knock it out. So that was enough. That was a good enough trade for me. Metagross comes out. I'm like, ooh, what can knock him out for sure? I'm gonna switch into my Rayquaza, knock him out, try to do enough damage with my Struggle Quaza, and then head into my Mighty Anna. Try to knock it down. Doesn't get anywhere. Then I'm gonna send out my Pikachu. Pikachu will actually kill it from half HP with the Volt Tackle, and it's done. From there, Cradle's gonna come out. Unfortunately, as Ancient Power knocks out my Struggle Quaza, but it does enough. It's gonna get paralyzed as well. So Volt Tackle will actually knock it out. Ooh, which means the only Pokemon left standing is my Kyogre versus his Claydol, and my Kyogre is not trained at all. It is no training involved into him. But luckily, I actually end up beating him down using my Double Edge, and that is all I could hope for. Kyogre crits down the Claydol and knocks out the Claydol, and that's the end of Steven Stone. So we've beaten the game using only recoil moves. I'm actually pretty excited. This is a pretty fun video. I actually really like it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed as well. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. My name's been Alpha. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one. And also subscribe if you guys are not already. Anyways, my name's Alpha, and I hope you guys all had a great day. I'm out. Peace.